Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Listen, guys, if this is your first time rocking with us on this podcast, welcome to the family. Congratulations for making it to this establishment. It's a fantastic place to be. Take a seat, hit the bar over there. It's an open bar. Enjoy yourself.
I like your hair, you know. Your hair looks good, bro. Nah, you inspired me. What is it? Is it raw? Hold on, I should have sold out my thing. I'm getting booed. I'm doing it booed. Come on, man.
That's hilarious.
That's nice.
Come on, fam. Hey, listen, I gotta say, bro.
I'm booed today.
I'm working. Obviously, I'm filming, right?
Yeah.
The barber that they got in the production thing.
That shape up is shaping, fam. You made me say I need to show my bald head, fam.
Let me tell you right now, yeah. He's ruined my experience with the barber I found before, fam. Like before, man was like, oh no, I found a new barber this year, different settings, enjoying, I'm happy. Now, bro, I'm like, everything's changed. I went back to my other barber. There's a few weeks space in between. I went back to the other barber. I was like, this ain't doing what it used to do, you know?
It didn't, yeah. Listen, you know what? Do you know what's crazy though? I really like having a bald head, you know. I got like it. The head shape is head shaping. I've been telling people because some people see me wear the hat sometimes and they're like, raw, like, I don't know if they think it's funny or not, but I'm like, nah, bro, I decided to go bald at like 17, 18. I was like, my hairline tried to recede, and I said, nah, you don't won't remember me with hair. If I get rid of it now, you won't remember me with hair. Like if I told you I had like my hair like was almost afro-y, yeah. Like a light afro.
Hilarious. I need evidence.
Crackhead.
Evidence. Look, yeah. It's a mad time.
Listen, I'm so no, but it inspired me, bro. Never done that before, but this is me for the rest of the pod. No hat on today, boy. Well done, boy. That did a good job. I feel sorry for you. So now that your shoot's over,
there's one more. I got one more week.
So you got one more trim.
Boy, after that, I'm out in the wilderness, fam.
One more trim with that barber. So you got to find a new barber, fam.
Bro, it's rough.
You lot don't know what it's like when you're looking for that new barber. Where's your original barber, though? Where's your original? Bro. You're 16, your teenage barber. What's going on?
Yeah, I left that one at the beginning of this year to go to the new barber. And I thought I was cool. You know what I'm saying? For the wedding, I was like, yeah, no, find this guy.
Oh, yeah, I know the story. Yes.
And then now, I'm filming the thing and I see it's new. I'm like, yo, this is what it's like here? This is what it's like on this side? Yeah, bro. I'm right now, fam. Man's obviously been on the barber tour, fam. You know what I'm saying? Looking at scattered new barbers and that.
Yeah.
It's a mad situation to find myself in, bro. So I know where AJ's head is at. I get it.
No, but I'm not proud of AJ. I don't like where AJ's head's at the moment. That going around all over town. It's not really a good look. To be honest, you should go back. You need to go to McCracken, fam. You need to go back to the guy. You're getting back to your 16-year-old. You know the one that was cutting your hair before you found the new barber. You need to go back to that person.
No, there was problems.
You do.
There was problems I had. No, the thing is, there were problems that were highlighted to me once I found the new barber, and I was like, well, okay, now that these problems are fixed, then I can't go back. I can't go back to those problems. And then now I'm at a different level. So now it's like, well, this journey is just, I'm on a Lennox Lewis one where it's like, yo, different trainers, different
you're still losing though, because you're every day you're losing follicles, bro. Are you with me? So naturally, the follicles you're down on the scorecard. Do you hear what I'm saying?
If I get to a place in life where, you know, them times where you see like the Rasta man and he's got the whole inside is gone, the whole middle bit is a patch there, but the dreads are still surrounding. I'm out of the game. Like I'm not about to play the long. Like the minute it gets nuts, like man will be like, raw, like Trav, your hairline's. It's like, no, the forehead's big. It's not nothing to do with the hair. It's a forehead. I know my thing. If you look at my pictures of me as a youth, fam, same forehead.
The forehead was always.
This is who I am.
The forehead
this starts to change. Listen, I'm out.
I respect that, bro. I don't know when
it's time to call it a day, bro.
Listen, end of the day, don't let me talk to you because I'm a hater. I'm follically challenged. I ain't got nothing. So it is what it is, fam. I'm the last person to be talking about hair. I'm the last one talking about hair, bro. Let's start the pod though, because we've been doing a
Yeah, listen, forget to tell the tape today as well. We wasted bedtime. Let's get straight to the boxing, fam. All right, so where do we want to start? Okoli.
Don't say where do you want to start. I know where I want to start. I want to start with Lawrence Okoli and Eddie Hearn. If you see what Eddie pays me, you know I've been winning lately. I'm a winner, baby. Yeah, those are the famous words. And we've been wondering, and we're saying to ourselves, what the hell's going on? How does someone go from that to where you are now? What's going on? Like, this doesn't make any sense. This is ridiculous, you know. And then only to wait for something to come out, waiting for pretty much an interview from Lawrence Okoli where he's giving it up. He's on IFL. It's a really good interview because it says a lot, you know. This is someone that is pretty much being gagged, can't say anything, but you're allowed to speak. You know, there's a lot where I was looking at Eddie Hearn like, is this what's going on? Like, I looked at Eddie Hearn with severe side eye in this moment, because there's so many levels to this thing. But let's just break this down, yeah? The issues of the matter is, a new deal was presented to Lawrence Okoli. Now, me and you have been speculating for a minute, yeah, about, you know, there's got to be like, we're speculating about raw approaches and stuff. Now, Sky probably, I believe, I don't know what's going on. I believe Sky Boxer probably pulled up and said, hey, why not come over here, right? That's just my belief. I don't have any inside information on that. And he's gone back to Eddie Hearn, and they're like, no way. You know, this is because, you know, when Sky is involved, yeah, I don't think these lot are normal. These lot are not making normal decisions. There's so much anger, and you know how they feel about each other, that I don't think you're being realistic or being responsible in terms of how you're responding to things. So if you turn up to me and said, hey, Sky are looking to sign me, I'm like, no, you got one more fight, because the last fight, the fight that you have on my thing, it doesn't count. What do you mean it doesn't count? I thought this amount of times I should be allowed to leave, or give me a better offer. What do you mean What do you mean you want to leave? Like, look at all the money we made together. Why are you trying to cut now? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think this is where the issue is. I honestly believe that there's two parties, and at different times they felt slighted and disrespected. But then one's disrespect has gone a step further, because you can't tell me that I'm staying, I still want to sign with you, but give me a better deal. If someone says I'm going to pay you more money, I'm over here.
You don't even need to match it. Just get close.
You don't need to get close. Get close. I'm happy to be here. But then it goes to show again, Lawrence is in a funny division. He's in a I won't say hard to sell division, but it's not as exciting if you're not putting all your eggs into that basket. Now, I understand if you got Canelo and you've got, hold on, who else has he got that he's got AJ,
Conor.
That was before it would have been.
Conor's not a yeah. I promise you, Frank Warren would chew an arm off to get Conor Ben.
When? Now?
Okay, I mean, we're gonna get to Conor Ben's situation.
We'll get to Conor, but then I'm saying,
as far as we're talking about chess pieces, right? If you've got a Conor Ben as a young,
it's a good division,
rising star, you're happy. So let's not pretend like Conor Ben is.
It's a good division. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, it's a good division. It is what it is. I'm just kind of disappointed with that. We'll leave that. Let's focus on Lawrence. So let's focus on Lawrence in this moment. Yeah. So you have this. And I don't believe that this is the cruiserweight division is something that you're truly excited by, but you're offended that someone else has come to you and said, these guys can offer me more. But at the end of the day, this is business. And that's the bottom line of it is there's a business deal to be done here, and you're not feeling it. And he said, you know what, I'm willing to walk unless you got something to say. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, he's been able to speak his side of the thing, and credit to him, he did clear up certain things, like, for example, that Django post. He clarified what he meant by that. Do you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, I guess, good to hear him kind of just say, look, it weren't to do with the racial thing. Like, I meant that more so on a power dynamic place. Like, So it's nice to hear clarification from the horse's mouth. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you could tell that one pushed a button that touched a nerve of Eddie, because it's like the connotations attached to it. Very, very, what's the word? Very sensitive. Very sensitive. Yeah. You start to go down that route, is very sensitive conversation. But hearing him kind of explain his side of things, you can just kind of sense that feeling of like, okay, that's a bit dodgy. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a bit of foul play there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because terms and conditions of an agreement, you know, then they need to be adapted with everybody's say so. Like, you can't change as it got, like, so there's controversy around whether or not a certain fight counts towards the contract and the amount of fights they'd agreed.
Yes.
So they're like, we tried to get this fight to happen, couldn't get that fight, so we've got this guy. So this fight doesn't go towards your thing. And, you know, I think you said it. I saw a tweet where someone said, like, how you mentioned on Monday Night Smoke in terms of album and mixtape. It's like, you don't get to differentiate like that. That needs to be done before that fight's agreed. To tell man at the end, oh, by the way, that one didn't count, so there's still more to go. That's insane. That's not business. That's when it becomes a skullduggery arrangement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's this thing of like, you know, everybody in any type of business of entertainment, sports or whatnot, you got to know what the heck is in that contract. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I think there is some loophole in that contract that allows them to feel they can say that. Do you see what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But when you look at the legal loopholes, if there's a sentence that's slightly missed, that thing could definitely change the terms of that contract. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, it sounds like one of those. If it's a bullyish thing where they're just like, yo, bro, it's just straight gangster, you got another one for me, then that's crazy. And, you know, it's good that you mentioned the Sky Sports and the Zone rivalry, because we know that beef is palpable beef.
Yeah. On both sides. Let's be honest. Let's not call it on both sides. Those men are the ops.
Those men are the ops. They're not rolling. So for Sky to come over and proposition a man with a contract and try and get man while he's on the books, no doubts in my mind, Eddie's taken absolute major offense to that.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to poach one of my fighters. Yeah. So the knee-jerk response is, well, he's still under contract. He's still under contract. You can't have this thing smooth like how you want this thing smooth. I'm gonna be difficult. It's the IBF Hergovich mandatory evoking that thing, and you see what I'm saying? I'm being difficult now. So that's what I think this is coming to. Obviously, you know, Okoli's caught up in the middle of it, and it gets crazy now because Okoli's looking like, bro, I don't understand why you'll be difficult with me. Like we've been good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You're a businessman. So when he starts to relay the whole thing about, you know, you had your thing with Sky and then the Zone came, you can't. It's business. Yeah. I don't have nothing that. Then it's like it's hard to really look like the good guy in that situation.
But you see this thing, yeah. You know when people talk about business and it being business and personal, yeah, brother. One thing I've learned about this business thing is, it's always personal. It's not. There's no way to. You don't take the personal out of business, and each time without good communication, slights will be there, and you're saying to yourself, I am slighted. I felt slighted with all the stuff I've done for you. How dare you do this to me? And now you got what you got in the situation is you got Lawrence Okoli, who does sound like he's in a better place when he's deep in this thing, but he's like, of all the things, like, yeah, I might have come to you and said, hey, they offered me this, which is normal. I'm coming to the end of my deal. You lot match this for me. But sometimes it's the mere fact you've come to me with a deal from the ops or whoever and said, hey, these lot want to give me this. What you saying is a madness.
Yeah, no, I hear it. It's there's so many moving parts in this thing because that Sky and the Zone thing is at the heart of the issue. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like how, you know, some guys can't get fights because they're with Eddie and Eddie's on the Zone, and the raucous level of hate amongst promoters for Eddie is why there's a cog in that process. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like there's so many moving parts in this situation, but it's like You know, I saw something that's quite interesting though. Like you know, a lot of people now they dislike Eddie Hearn, which is
I think
it's a fascinating phenomenon to watch, right?
No, but I don't think it's not one of those, because I think it's the power construct is wrong. There's an issue with power there. If I'm getting to court and we're doing all these things, and then my mom's got to come out and my mom's blaming me for a breakdown, because everyone can see how good Eddie Hearn is at this business thing. When we talk about promoters, he's probably one of the best to do it, guaranteed. There's no, in terms of promoting and getting fights done and putting on amazing nights, there's nothing like a matchroom night, right? We'll say that. That's fair. However, you say that, you know, you talk about you looking after your fighters, because we hold you to what you say and what you said about your fighters. You know, I work for the fighters. There's this, that, and the other. Well, bro, like, what are you doing in this situation? Because don't slap mad injunctions on me that I can't say nothing, but you're talking. Do you know how mad that is? So I'm more frustrated now, thinking to myself, wait a minute, you're supposed to like have my best interest. You told me that a fight that I've had doesn't count. I don't know where that makes sense anywhere. I don't know what new rule that is. Yeah, they could have been in the contract and stuff, but it doesn't have to go like this. You're choosing for it to go like this because you don't want our so-called situation to end. This is bad mind. Simple as that. And then after, you're gonna legal up the place. Usually, sometimes when people get illegal involved, you ain't got the money to fight it. You can't be bothered to go into that. But in these groups, in these conglomerates and stuff, Matchroom don't mind having a lawyer just chilling. That's his job. He's paid all year round. Let's go. Also, we're here for this.
Just to clarify what I was saying in terms of the narrative about Eddie Hearn, I don't mean that in this situation. I'm just talking about the fact that all these other things are going on in the background. You see what I'm saying? So when Sky Sports and DAZN activate that beef, and it's now Lawrence Okoli's caught in the middle, this whole thing is less about Okoli than it is about that fact that you're going to go over there and take my work and bring it over there. It's that feeling of like, I'm territorial over what this is.
Yeah.
Now you look at the situation and you say, okay, but in the interviews, you're saying you've lost money on him. So then what's the desire to keep him? That desire is, I don't want them men to do anything better with him than I've done.
Yeah.
So that's what the difficulty is. It's less about because for me, I always get my backup whenever people feel like he should be grateful. Don't tell the man that's doing the work, who does the product, like he gets in there and works, that he should be grateful.
Yeah.
He is in there and he's won those fights and fought and been successful and got the job done. That's where the work matters. That's where the bulk of the credit is supposed to be, not the grateful. Don't throw the grateful thing to the point where now I can treat you anyhow, and you're supposed to be happy because of I don't work like that.
Yeah, because we all got to do our job. If I give you the space, I have to do my job in the space, or you wouldn't put me there again. Is like, I understand. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, but let's be fair. The difference is, because I have to look at this whole relationship and this whole journey. From the start, this is how I came to rule. Like, my first true knowledge of Lawrence Okoli proper was British Beef. You know, Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah.
That's when he was on my radar. I'm looking at him, and I watched that one because the build-up was fantastic. Yeah. And it was rubbish. Yeah. That's the best way to describe that fight. So then we move forward, and you've seen him on a lot of cards, rebuilding. And what was a blessing is he had like what Katie Taylor gained from is anytime AJ's fighting in these big arenas, of course Lawrence Okoli's fighting on the same night. It's definite to happen. So you could feel that he was, Eddie Hearn is taken a lot of time in building this star, right? But as you said, as you can admit, his talent, because if he lost at any point, he's no longer on the cards in that way. Say, while you gave me the opportunity or you gave me the platform, I had to do the work to allow myself to continue coming back here. Then I become the world champ. Then I become a world champion. Bro, talk to me nice, talk to me right. Now, if business allows it that our contract's almost done, and the difference is when AJ's contract's done or anyone else's contract is done, we're already at the table before this, we're already sitting down saying, how do we people getting lifetime deals, people getting all sorts. Yeah. What's my situation? Which now says to me, am I truly a priority to you? But then someone else comes and says, I see value in you. Where you see loss, someone else says, I see value, and I see raw. Boy, look what they're saying. And then you now have an adverse reaction to what I'm saying, and you're angry. That's madness. Floor to you.
Yeah. No, hey. And that's why I always go to the deeper reasons that motivates these these issues, because that's what it is. There's more to this than just, it's if he said he's going to be independent and be free, there wouldn't be the same issue. It's the fact you're going to Sky, and that's the issue.
We don't know if he's getting Sky, by the way. This is us, me and you speculating.
The offer's there. The man said he presented an offer from them. There's nothing to suggest that offer's disappeared.
Oh, shame, bro. Okay,
so that's why you can see that there's
I didn't even know that. There's me thinking it's a hot take, boy. These times.
No, yeah, but it's that thing of like, Henry says he wants to leave Arsenal, and they go, okay, cool, man, you want to buy? Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Go to Barcelona. Yeah. Go PPC, top rank. Them that side. Go do that thing. They're not going over there down the road. Shut up, man.
Yeah. It's a shame though. Then they should have just offered him the peas. That's the deeper part. Give him the money to stay. But then you don't believe in my man's thing enough, so let him leave. Do you know what I mean? That's what it comes down to.
And where it's kind of short term to be like, he's lost money on him, is the fact is the money's not at cruiserweight. The minute he goes to heavyweight, there's money there. He goes up as a champion. He gets a title shot pretty much straight away, Usyk style. Gets his little warm-up thing, activates the thing, and boom, I'm in the mix. So the money for Okoli is down the road.
It's not ready yet, though.
No, but it's not about being ready now. It's a case of being known. If you're an investment guy, this is how you be thinking. It's not now. It's down the road. Okoli's money's down the road.
Yeah.
Even if he loses up the top level, he's heavyweight. It's down the road.
I don't. Do you know what's cool about their situation is you can tell that it's not total bad blood in it. Now they've kind of it seems warmer. The situation seems a lot more warmer than before. I don't know if that's just playing up to it's either it's warm or Okoli just doesn't care anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's talking about the next fight against the purse bids. If it goes to purse bids, it could potentially be on the matchroom card. I know Big Frank's gonna want to jump in the scene. And probably, if he can get down BT, I'm going to get down BT, mate. If Big Frank can get involved and get down BT, he'll do his utmost. He'll do his utmost to make sure it happens. It'd probably be funny for me to see that just because I just like chaos. And he'll just be... I couldn't only imagine... there's got to be the sit down with Coogan as well. 1 hour interview talking about, listen, in the day, mate.
In the day, if you look after fighters, you're just like, oh, shut up. Everyone takes the moral high ground when another promoter goes for a bit of a madness. As he trying to fight, and he's doing that. Zalani Tete comes in, he's like, no. I've already spoken about this. It's like, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. But either way, look, let's move on.
We'll move on though, but just on that though, I'm with the fighter, bro. Simple as that. I'm gonna be with the fighter. Just it is what it is. Until, like, from what I'm hearing, it feels like I feel comfortable there, and you need to talk it out. Them man need to talk it out, and hopefully there'll be just something can come from this situation. It doesn't sound like it's over, but then it's just there needs to be some talking done. Simple as that for me, anyway.
Cool.
Let's go, man. What you telling me, bro? Tiafimo.
Hey, do I even still got it, bro? Bro, man, listen, the internet responded to that. He tried to pivot and just like, I gave you something to talk about. Of course I still got it. I'm like, no, bro, don't try and do Art of War, baby, on this thing. Man tries to Art of War, baby.
Art of War.
Got you not talking. Baby. This guy was looking dejected. You know that look in a man's eyes after the fact, and you just look at him like,
yeah.
Hey, how was it? And he's just, you know what I mean? Do my thing. It's like, yeah, you feel
bro. Even the backflip weren't really backflipping, fam. The energy of the backflip weren't even the same. I'm just saying, bro. One of the things
knockdown in the first round, I said, you looking. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, things that I do know, and the fact is, their team keeps trying to cut corners, and it shows in his performance. They think bringing a man into the camp, watching him closely, they think, yep, we got the sauce.
We got everything we need to see.
Because since that Loma fight, he ain't put on a Loma performance yet. Now he just believes that, yo, that was me, that was all me. And that's where your head gets gassed. Your ego is your downfall. You understand? You start ruining the people that helped you get to that space. Oh, go on and cut your legs off from underneath you, boy, because that's what we're watching. So when you're sitting there after the fight saying, do I still got it? No, that's the answer. No. You're a talented fighter, very, very talented. You got all the ingredients, yeah? But the thing about the ingredients, you can lay them on the side of the counter, but it don't make it dinner. You understand? You need the right assistance. Your dad is not it. I can't watch this dynamic anymore without being annoyed.
No, I don't think it's, you know what? And this is where we differ. I don't actually believe it's the dad element, you know. I believe that it's application of the fighter. I believe the fighter believes, honestly, I believe it's application of the fighter. I think the fighter he believes it. He's not as good as we think he is. I think it's one of them ones. I don't think he's all that.
You don't beat Loma. You don't beat Loma being all that. Like just
no, but
regular.
Again, it's not regular. No, I'm not saying he's not I'm not saying he's not regular. I'm saying that how you say it all the time. Styles make fights, and sometimes there's a person that just has your number.
No.
I believe that this guy. Why I honestly feel that this guy, there was something there. This fight was a fight waiting to happen. This was focused. He was zoned in, and some people can't get in the zone for mundane things in life. I'm talking. So you can climb the mountain for this thing because this has been the focus. But the other days, waking up and do it again and again and again, you might not have that in you. That's not.
He changed a key part of his team from the Loma fight. Then they got rid of him and they went for Kambosos because they thought Kambosos would be light work. Yes. And now they're starting to see there's a significant. It's night and day watching Teofimo now.
He should have beat. Listen, the funny thing is, he should have beaten Kambosos in the first one anyway. There's no what you call it. He should have beat Kambosos the first time.
When you cut corners, you pay the price.
So you didn't have the individual talent enough to beat Kambosos.
Fam, it's not about the individual talent. It's about putting the right game plan together alongside the talent, alongside all the natural, all the attributes. Everything has to come together in unison. That's how you're going to get success. You can't just be like, I'm just going to rely on the fact I do this thing really well and that should get me through. No, not at that level. Kambosos came in the most motivated way he's going to be. That man there, you're going to have to break his spirit. And it's going to be the right game plan and the right approach that's going to do that. Because his belief was bigger than his own talent.
Yes.
Yeah? So you got to break him down properly. You start changing your camp and start thinking, nah, we got this thing. No, straight away, that's where you're wrong. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, no, you cannot have your dad running things in the camp. It does not lead to the success that you're aiming for. If you want to be the standard level of being a talented fighter and people speak well of your name and that's as good as it goes, and crack on by all means, because this is what it's going to look like going forward. For me, when that guy was in his camp, I forget his name. I mean, Joe Gamonch. His name. Yeah. Listen, don't underestimate man's involvement. People come in and they make their job look easy, and you're watching from the outside. Whoever the trainer is that thought, you know what? We don't even need him anymore. All he's telling you is this, and that. And now you're in there and it ain't working because the source, the winning formula, looks different every single time. And if you don't know how to win, you can't replicate that. It's like when man still jokes. You can take that joke, but it's like plucking flowers from someone's garden. You can't grow this though. Enjoy it for as long as that thing stays alive. Yeah. Because I know what's required for the next time when it's someone else. And it's this, because I've done this thing. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, don't cut corners in this game.
No, you're right on that one. But again, to be honest, while you have those thoughts and you think there's a super fight, or I don't know what level of fighter you think is in there, but I just think this is it. I think this is my man's level. I think sometimes there's a question of motivation. sometimes it's a question of it's a lot of things, and maybe he's got to the bag and he's comfortable. Maybe there's a level of comfort there that he just can't, because with a lot of fighters, they always talk about motivation and talking about having to look at, when you're hearing these fighters say, look, I got pictured of that person in my gym, on my wall, this, that, and the other. Sometimes when you're not fighting the person that, sometimes when you're not in the big fights, they're almost the hardest ones. The non-big fights, when you can't be bothered to do the extra run, you can't be able to wake up. It's those ones, and that's the championship mentality. Those are what separates. Again, we've been looking at. I saw me and you both had the same reaction to the lineal thing and Tyson Fury overtaking Muhammad Ali and stuff. But then the joke thing, why we get so upset and stuff. Well, I speak for myself is, well, when you the whole thing about being the long-term champion, the long-term reigning champion is you are fighting. You know what I mean? And you got yourselves up for each title defense and you are ready. Now, if you take a incredible time off for your own stuff, yeah.
Like being banned.
Yeah. If you take that kind of time off, it shouldn't count the same. It shouldn't count the same. I shouldn't get to have that with. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm talking just to bring it back to this boxing thing is some guys suffer with the motivation to stay at the top. Now, AJ did. AJ stayed mentally, AJ was in the game, yeah, and it got too much. So when it came to the end, obviously all that pressure, when you have the 18 stone and there's tears in that hole, that was the burst pipes of having to be the guy for so long. And it's like, it crumbled. That was what it really was. It's like, so it's very difficult to be champion, remain champion, and continue to be that. That's the hardest thing, because winning it is cool. Kambosos won it. Do it, hold it down, do it again. All right, do it again. Okay, do it again. All right, well, you cleared the pack, but still do it again. Those are the differences. Those are what define champions and everybody else.
Yeah,
are you with me? That's where I'm at.
No, I hear you, and yeah, no, I do understand exactly what you're saying, whether or not that is in him. For me, I'm speaking more to the talent that's in the ring, and I'm like, he has the ingredients. Whether or not he puts that together, that's on him. We've seen many talented fighters come, but they don't all get spoken about like Lennox Lewis. They don't, their names don't come up because you were a talented guy who had a great moment, and with that talent, you're gonna have great moments. But the greatness, the step to greatness, which is beyond that. Everybody ain't made to go there. So if we're talking about that, I can't speak to that because he's got to show it. He's got to find that in himself. But it starts in the ring. It starts in the ring that when you're focused enough to do what is required to do the work, do you know what I'm saying? That's like a massive statement in my house. Do the work. Once you've done the work, that's how you can be ready. That's where confidence comes from. And then from the confidence, you get the winning mindset where now I got to maintain this thing. And now we're leveling up to the point where that's the base level of expectation for me today. Now we're aiming for Hall of Fame status. Like, these are the roots. You look at what Lennox is doing. Lennox, cool. He had a good relationship with the trainers and stuff like that. Man lost to Oliver McCall. Manuel Stewart is in the corner. Sitting down, Manuel Stewart, how did you beat me? That's a student of the game. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I look at it and I'm like, you can't allow ego to take over. You start going into anything thinking, I got this. Problem number one. And I think that's Teofimo's.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we'll see what happens. Again, when you ask those kind of questions, it is worrying. That's the main thing. I think AJ asked that question in Usyk 1. AJ asked Raw.
How would you beat him?
How would you beat him?
Yeah, because that the confidence is not internal at that point. I need to hear something positive from the outside, and you don't want to be vulnerable like that.
Do you know what's crazy? And we always have to bring it back to comedy, but do you know a vulnerable moment in comedy? When you start talking about how long you've been doing comedy for, that's when you know you're in a vulnerable state, bro. When you say, listen, yes, I ain't been, it's been a short journey for me.
It's techie.
Stuff like that.
It's when you
know that it's not getting well. Or you're doubting yourself in wherever you are in that place, you're doubting yourself. Listen,
I hear it.
Get it right, man.
Warrington fought this weekend.
Headbutt.
Headbutt Warrington. Listen, I'm so glad he lost. Let me be clear on how I say I'm so glad. I hate watching obvious cheating. There's the dark arts and then there's foolishness.
Like, no, there's dark arts, and I think dark arts. Some people call it black magic, yeah, but then some people just call it next level. This is wizardry, fam. This is beyond magical, bro. This is beyond. This ain't dark art, bro. We can see you. This is in front of us.
We grew up in the era where Holyfield had a great run and respect in that. Holyfield headbutts, man. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that headbutting ain't a part of the game in certain ways. But when you got a man like Warrington who is OTT on them headbutt, I'm like, bro, your own head has the craziest situation going on there.
It lets you know that I've been cheating. You see this part, and it's always the same place as well.
Loading up on that head, bro. As the right hand goes, he goes with it. Bang, headbutt, right hand. Listen, man.
Again, but he said he's vowed he's not gonna he's not retired. Well, he's not retiring anymore. Because it's like that. The sports are you planning to retire, bro? I want him to get bossed up by Lara again.
Lara is who I wanted to see it happen.
I need him to. He needs to get bossed up because
you know what I don't understand. Yeah, what I don't understand about Warrington's fighting style is that it looks like it's just designed only to work if you have power, because it's a pressure, aggressive style, load up on everything. But it's like you don't hit like that, bro. Like. You can't afford to be trading off with someone that can bang, which is why he loses to Lara every single time.
Yeah.
Because the way I fight is designed for smoke, and you don't have that. There's no fire in that furnace, fam. It's vape. It's vape. It's not smoke over there.
How dare you? How dare you? Don't do that.
You think it's smoke, but that smells like raspberries, my guy. Like, for me, I look at his thing and I'm just like, yeah, nah. The fact that you get away with this is a problem for me. The referee needs absolute caution in as well. Like, because if you're seeing such clear and obvious headbutts and you don't spot it to even mention it, you're not even doing the light one. You're not even doing the whoop, whoop, whoop. You're not even, it's just crack on. Donnie's over there, blood all of a sudden out of nowhere. No lead up, no bruise, just blood. Cut straight. I'm like, nah,
he's good at it. The guy is very talented. No, but let's be honest. With using
Lara would have smoked him had that cut and that situation.
Oh no. He was getting for disqualification. There was no chance there. He knew this fight had to end. He was like, listen, we're gonna end this. And the problem is because he's fighting in leads, I think the whole fighting is hurting him. Yeah, he can bring the fans out, but he feels like I have to put on a show for these guys. I have to let them know that, like I'm fighting for you guys. You lot mean the world to me, and all these Leeds fans that are screaming my name and stuff. And I think that pressure might be getting to him. And if it's not going his way, he's going to headbutt his way to the win. And I think if you take him out of Leeds, let him fight somewhere else, even if it's getting bad, he can probably lose a little more easily or fight better than he's fighting. But when he's like, oh my goodness, this guy's going to claw, headbutt, do whatever it takes for some kind of win, no matter however it looks, because all those mighty fans cheering for him at home, he can't go out like this. So he just continues to do the exact same things we saw him do to Kiko Martinez, to Lara, and now to this last guy. I can't remember his name right now. Lopez. This is consistent. We've been consistently doing this. Imagine saying to yourself, I get a DQ against Lara, and then I'd come into my next fight and I cut someone again with my head. And we think this is it's ridiculous. This is even we can say about Evander Holyfield, but the headbutt one is a part of his main arsenal.
If you didn't know what you were looking for, you would have missed it with how Holyfield did it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt, just because obviously I was young watching the Holyfield thing. So for me, I weren't looking for headbutts like that. I just remember Mike Tyson curling up like, and being like, what is happening to Tyson?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You follow it that way. But now it's like, bro, we're looking at it with different eyes, bro. This is stupid. It's so obvious. So like, it's not. Yeah, I was bored of that, man. I didn't want to see that win again.
Yeah,
it's a bad poster for the sport if that wins again.
Yeah, I was surprised I was surprised Lopez got the decision though.
Same here, boy. I was like, it leads.
I was saying, geez, Maybe they know themselves. Maybe they're like, this is.
I was surprised when I saw Tony Belly's card kept on coming up.
What Tony Belly's card?
Tony Belly's card kept on coming up, and my man Warrington was losing on Belly's card, and I was just like, bloody hell, this is accurate. I wonder if they follow through. Then bang, I said raw, because I already tweeted during the fight, if he gets the decision here, Lara has to be next. Because I'm like, I want this thing has to end. Now I'm like,
watch out though. Watch out. That's funny you say that. Yeah. Not me on the speculation thing, but certain times though, card, you know, the fighter's card, the unofficial card, he's somehow just connected to the final decision certain times. Like, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
I've seen some cards where they've been way off, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Tony Belly not getting on their home fighter is they don't want to do that, bro. Well, that
means it's obvious to see, because it weren't close in my mind. I thought it's clearly a 1 round, 2 round. He's won the fight by this margin. Close fights aren't always controversial like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was close, but close in favor for my man. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, but when they stick with their own though. Usually it's very rare. So certain times, we're cool with that guy. We're moving. It's actually Tony. That's Tony. Tony's been so loyal. Has Tony even come out and spoken about Conor yet?
Yeah, he has. In a general way about all drugs.
Usually he can't stop Tony from chatting. Yeah. Not just sick. I like Tony Belly. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. That's all I say.
It's that thing where it's like in the world, impartiality don't really exist, and I'll never hold people to that standard unless you're in a seat that requires it. In which case, I will poke you and knock at your door because I know it's nonsense. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like when people that talk sport, you imagine as a platform like that expects to hold that standard when they just sound like podcasters on there, because you hear it and it's just like, bro, that's literally just a wild opinion. It's based on nothing, and you're just shouting that with conviction. And it's designed to evoke an emotion. Impartiality is not real. So when you're saying that, I'm like, okay, cool. But in the world, if you are doing something and someone's coming to me for impartiality, you are not getting it. That's my brother in there. What are you talking about? Even if you fail at it, I will be able to explain why these circumstances have brought you to that, because that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Whereas if you're looking at someone and you don't like them, you will look for a way to trip them up in the narrative to make it suit. Yeah. So it's human nature is not impartial. I won't accept it.
We got to talk about it. Conor Ben dropped a statement, bro.
Yeah.
Do you mind? I don't know if it's rude asking me to read it for us. So we should take the people through it. Yeah, that'd be great if you can find it, because that would be awesome. Now, while you're looking for that,
I got it.
There you go.
Hold on a second. Flip's sake, it's a picture of these man on Discord doggery. All right, got it. There we go. Nice. I want to start by saying this has been a very difficult time, not just for me, but my family and my team. I couldn't have got through this without the love and support of those closest to me and my supporters who have stood by me. I am forever grateful. My team and I have worked extremely hard over the past 7 years to make me the fighter I am today. We never cut corners or cheated the grind in any way. We believe in work ethic, determination, and pure heart to achieve what we've set out to accomplish. It's been really hard for me to accept that people think I would do what I was accused of, but I've come to realize people rush to judgment without knowing the facts, especially people in the boxing community, in brackets, and most disappointingly, even those that know me. Although I've kept away from social media, I'm well aware of those who've thrown dirt on my name. I'll forgive, but I won't forget. Tony Sims has had a clean gym for 26 years. I respect the gym. No one's bigger than the gym. Hard work and dedication is what we stand for. We don't condone cheating or cutting corners. I'm thankful to my dad who's been with me this whole period, and I'm glad this nightmare is coming to an end for the sake of our combined mental health. Never did we think we'd go through something like this, but they say the hardest fight is life and the adversity it brings. I want to make up for lost time and not let another moment get to waste. Boxing is my life. I've been through hardships in my career before, but nothing like this. I believe in life you go through the adversity of all kinds, but what matters most is how you respond. I've stayed in the gym and continue to work extremely hard, staying positive that my innocence will be proven and the truth will come out. My team has proven my innocence and the truth will soon come out. Until then, I won't be commenting further due to confidentiality. There were times I feared it never would, but we all had faith. I'm thankful to everyone who supported me through this tough time. Tough times don't last, tough people do. We keep it moving and we'll continue to chase the end goal of being world champion. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. For now, I'm looking forward to sharing Christmas privately with my family, and I'll be back in January. See you all in 2023, the year I become world champion. Bars,
So,
Real Rap Raw coming to you live.
So in that, everyone else is to blame, or people to blame that they found the adverse finding in his what do you call it twice.
Did you say people are to blame?
He said that he said that there's people that have come out and said these stuff on his name, and he while he won't
he'll forgive, but he won't forget.
Why he'll forgive, but he won't forget. Like, what do we do about did that get in your system?
The reason why he says that is because there has been no confirmation there's no final say on this thing yet, right? The final say is what we're gonna get soon. So whilst it's still been up in the air, he's looking at it from his side. And you imagine being in that specific situation, you're gonna watch and think, okay, cool. There's speculation, obviously not speculation, but this thing has to be investigated thoroughly. But before that is done, you've made your opinion and you've set your mind. So in his mind, he's looking at it like, well, you should have given me the chance to get to this place first before saying what you're saying. So that's why he feels the way he feels. I hear. Okay. I'm trying to climb into his seat.
And I'm understanding.
I understand that sentence.
I'm coming back. In this fine. You can push for this part. Twice, not once, twice. Yeah. Now, even if it's a less amount, it was on your system twice. Why? That's what I'm saying. So if you get caught for a banned substance, how am I to blame for my thoughts on you having something in your system that shouldn't be in there? Why is it on the boxing fan or the boxing enthusiast or however you want to see us, or people involved in boxing anyway? Why is it now our fault that it was caught in your system? I don't understand that. That's the part for me that is a bit weird, because let's say, and then after we say, well, what's the truth? Because if you're now saying that you're going to be a world champion in next year, pretty much, you're getting for world champion, then you're saying, raw, whatever I have, the evidence I have right now is so legitimate, that I'm not going to get banned. But then after, so what?
But he says, but my thing is, for me, that statement is not a rush to response statement. I zoned straight in on the you'll soon find out how my innocence has been proven, because he didn't say he's not saying I hope my innocence is proven. He's saying they've proved my innocence.
Wait, so then if we'll soon find out, why didn't he tell the people in the newspaper? You see that time when because if you've known you've been innocent all along, remember you done that big sit down with the newspaper not too long ago. Was it the Sun? I can't remember what newspaper it was with. Yeah, where's the evidence there?
But you have to. Okay, I'm not trying to.
Because now I'm just saying,
I'm not trying to paint either way, but we have to allow the story to connect what has actually happened to exist. What's happened is they've been going through this process that they've been alluding to and saying, when you lot finally see this thing come out, you'll feel differently. And that has been the story for a while. So the process has clearly come to a place now where they're saying my innocence has been proven. So now all we can do is wait for this magic turnaround, because it has to be an absolute screamer for this to turn this thing around. And the fact that it's worded like that, I'm telling you, bro, it's not worded as in a hopeful thing. He's saying they've proved my innocence and I will be a champion next year. Not only am I coming back, I'm coming back in a way that I'll be able to compete at the top. So for me, I'm like, I want to see this smoking gun.
Exactly. And if you've got it, it's released.
No, it's not.
I'm with you. Bro. No, if you got a smoking
gun, soon. Man is saying it's coming soon. So I'm just like,
you know who said it was coming soon? Do you know who was the first one to say it's coming soon? Eddie Hearn told us there was whatever this thing was. Watch, and we're gonna be. You're gonna be embarrassed.
The same thing. He's saying the same thing.
So Eddie Hearn has to remove himself.
Whatever the process is, it's finishing or has finished now.
Okay, now Eddie Hearn's tone changed, and he said, "Look, if there's a ban, if there's a what do you call it?" Before Eddie Hearn was talking that the same talk that he sounded like, Anyways, listen, if there's a ban or if there's something else, we'll just handle that and then we'll move forward. It'll sounding like that. That's how the energy of it shifted. Bro, so now the last remaining person is saying, I've got the smoking gun, and I promise you, my team are gonna show you something, and you're all gonna say, Conor Ben, we are so sorry for accusing you of cheating, even though those adverse findings in your sample twice. We're gonna have to come out and apologize to Conor Ben. That's what's gonna happen.
So my thing is this, bro.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to wait for it, because what can we do at this point? We're just gonna say this again. We have to wait, because if this, bro, I'm telling you, if I said to you, bro, when you see this car I'm driving, understand it's gonna do a madness, and you're like, bro, yeah. I didn't even know you had a car, bro. When you see this car,
yeah,
I can't pull up in an Uber. I cannot. Whatever this thing is in, it needs to be the maddest BMW X6 souped up, the wheels, everything has to impress you on arrival. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, show us this car.
All right.
That's where we are now.
You see in this life, yeah? You see in this life? I like what you said and where you went with that, because
you can't set it up and not deliver.
See leaks, yeah? Because it don't have to be from me. Leaks. You see, if you told me about the whip and people knew was looking to see the whip, someone would take a picture of the whip. I would have seen the whip somehow before you showed it to me. But it's just beautiful when bro, where the leaks? Where is the
process it is, bro.
Show me a thing of the smoking gun, fam.
If it's a legal thing, yeah, and this is because brought this way, bro. I'm telling you now, if man's got the thing to free myself, I'm gonna be the one to bust that one. You won't need to hold my. That's what I'm saying. If there's a process where men are having to be quiet, bro, who do you think is gonna be more excited to bust this story than Conor Ben?
Hey, do you know what's crazy about this life? Some people are guilty and they'll still say they're innocent, you know? You know, in life, you know that's the thing. Some people are proper guilty. Like, hey, bro, sometimes I'm like talking to my daughter, yeah, and there's things that only she could have done, yeah? Swears it's not her.
Bro.
I say, who's done it?
Listen,
bro, with straight face, well in tears, well in tears on arrival. It wasn't me. I'm innocent. No, you're not. You're not innocent.
He's so afraid of being on Santa's naughty list, yeah? Bro, it's the funniest thing ever. He's eating his food, he dashed watermelon on the floor. My wife's gone in there, she's like, what's watermelon doing over there on the floor? Did you throw it? He's like, no. And she's like, tell me the truth. He just goes, but don't tell Santa. Bro, as if this is not the moment that you should be concerned about first. I'm like,
bro, I mean, no, this is my one. I've been taking my daughter to school and I try to do her hair in the morning. Yeah. I'm gonna pick her up in a little while. Why is your hair like that? It's out. It's crazy. Like, you know, she got the locks and stuff. It's out. And I'm like, but she tried to rebandage. She tried to rebandage it herself and that. It was horrible, fam. I'm like, what's happened? The lies start. Yeah, it was itching a little bit. It was hurting. So I was like, Eddie, that's not true. She goes, no, it is. She goes, no, it is. I was doing this, and then after I'd done, and then someone wanted to play with it, and then just tell me the truth. You know, the ones going to slide. Yep. And these sometimes, and I know it's life because I can't blame them. I used to do it, bro. I'd be guilty, bro. Guilty, yeah. And bro, I'd be guilty. I'd be so guilty. I remember I got caught in Brixton. I went to a shop to get something for my girlfriend Christmas. My auntie princess saw me, yeah, but it was what it was, bro. I still did what I did. Came home. My mom asked me where I was. I lied, bro. I was lying. My mom said, "But your finger, what do you call it? Somebody saw you." I goes, "No, they didn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't me."
I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro.
This guy will not take accountability. His ego's too big.
To bring it back.
His ego's too big.
All we will do is wait, bro.
Ego's too big.
Because if he comes out with a madness, yeah, and there is some type of explanation that checks out, what happens now?
So then what? Are you talking?
I have no idea on the science. I don't know on the science of this thing. What I am going by is this confidence that you have at this late stage. You have a huge
This is a masking agent, fam. This is a masking. Call the thing what it is, bro. This thing is a masking agent drug, fam. This is in your system as a. Let's get that clear. Masking agent. It's not like we're doing stuff. So what are you gonna show us unless you're gonna go through a new testing, something that is stringent? Yeah.
So then, bro, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying.
You think he's done the hair follicle thing, the Canelo?
This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you've got the thing that makes us all feel like we've got pie on our face, I'm saying, for me, I want to see it. I want you to show me this thing. Because the time has gone on for a long time. Eddie Hearn sounded confident at one point. Then he didn't sound as confident as he did before. The confidence then came back up. Conor Bennett sounded confident. His thing is sounding like a foregone, the way he's broke it down in that statement. So for me, I'm saying, but if you believe at this point, given the nature, the climate of the perception right now, no humility, still there with the smoking, the energy, I'm like, I've got to see this. I've got to see how this plays out.
So wouldn't it have made more sense? Yeah, because we haven't heard from you anyway. You got to ask yourself, why are we doing these things? Yeah, wouldn't it make more sense to pull up with the full information and say, look, here you go, guys, idiots. You just said,
it's one of those things. It's one of those things, yeah.
One
of those things where the silence makes things worse. So it's like, I got to say something. I got to give an update. Because he's sitting in there, seeing the talk and hearing everything. Don't think fighters ain't searching up their own names on social media. So I think that's eating man up.
Yeah,
has to hurt. But if it's quiet to you because you're not looking for it. When you're the guy, you're searching your name. You think these men don't search their name? He's seeing the talk, bro. Do you know what I mean? If you got those Google alerts, yeah, any article that goes up with your name in it, you're getting that email to you. So for me, I'm like, it's different being the guy in the equation versus the one who's like, we follow boxing, we enjoy boxing. It's different. So for me, I'm like, he must want to address something, knowing the energy of what he knows that's going on behind the thing. So it's like, let's come out, talk with gusto. But at some point, you're going to have to show the goods. So I'm just saying, I'm waiting to see it.
There you go. What do you call it? It's reaction to the Eubank's reaction to the Conor Ben statement. We're just sleeping. Yeah, just sleeping, bro. It's at the end of the day, yeah. You just gotta. It's just a disgrace. You gotta give more than that. And I understand you're saying you're gonna come with something. I can't wait to see. Now I'm in the camp of I can't wait to see it. But don't you be upset with people, yeah, if you get caught with having something that's known as a masking agent in your body and you got flagged for it twice. You can't be upset with my reaction. That doesn't make any sense. Because now you're saying, these guys they should think better of me. Well, no, bro, other guys are not getting popped like this, but you did. This is it. If everyone's getting popped for this same thing, I say, well, they got to change something because this seems to be this, whatever. What was the drug again? What was it called again? That clomiphene or whatever. If this is happening, it's like, oh well, there's obviously something that a lot of fighters it's coming up on their test. Fine, you know, but then that's not the case. So then after, because sometimes you think, oh, you lot didn't have my back, you lot didn't stand by me. Well, how can you stand behind this? The first time, because I remember from the beginning, you kept a very balanced thing, especially because of like your respect for Nigel and stuff. I have that, but however, sometimes I'm just gonna call things how I see it. So you've been very much where you are.
Yeah, but and I'll acknowledge that. I'll acknowledge, like we say, bro. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite when I mention the lack of impartiality. I like Conor Ben. I'm a fan of Conor Ben, and we've met him, show love. I like the guy in real life. So there's that in the background on my side. So if that's what's coming through, then so be it, bro. I'm not about to pretend like we're not people in this equation. But what I'm saying is, I'm happy to wait for the final line to be drawn to then react to that. But I've said on this pod, cheating.
But then my thing is, you got a responsibility. The same way that brethren have a responsibility to you, you have a responsibility to your brethren, fam. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you have a responsibility to be like, man, them lads, I've moved match. You know that one when and as your boys, you might be able to hold your boy. Because if I did a mad thing, I could hit you up and say, Trav, I moved mad in this one still. What you call it? And then I say, all right, cool. And then after, from that moment, you know what I mean? We know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Insulation, life is nice. However, because there's no, what do you call it? Remember, the communication's been low. There's been no, what do you call it? There's been no.
Okay, so now I'll give you another one. Okay.
Yeah.
Same situation. I phoned you up. Bro, they're saying this about me. I'm telling you, as your boy, you know me. I didn't do this, bro. I know it looks crazy. That weren't me.
Yeah.
Now from that same situation, same relationship.
Yeah.
I know the noise out there is crazy, but I'm telling you, that weren't my thing, bro.
Bro, do you not say to you, bro, I beg you pull up to my house with a B sample, please, just for me, fam. I say, bro, pull up. I say, pull up. I say, bro, whatever. You see the thing that you have.
I'm already going through the process.
No.
I can't even, bro.
Go on, tell me.
I'll show you the paperwork, bro. I can't reveal a thing.
No. Big man, trust me. You signed the NDA before, and you talked to me. Yeah. I say, big man, don't try it. We've been through too much. We've been through too much to do what you're doing right now.
Man said, no one knows what you've been filming, but I know. So don't tell me that.
Bro, I promise you, I've got your pull up to my house, right? Because it's imperative you come to my house. Pull up to my house right now and show me everything you have, and I'll make my decision. If it's looking nuts, I'm gonna actually do the situation.
So what happens if I show you?
And go on.
What happens if I show you? I said I've got to find a statement. So what happens? Yeah, who said you got a statement ready? So what happens if I come right? I'll show you the B sample. Yeah, and it's legit. But you can't say a word. You can't say a word because you incriminate me in my situation. Now what? So you know. Now you know. You're another one who knows. And I'm posting. And I'm like, when you man find out, and you can only repost and slap that on your story as well, my bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you. I'll be on the you lot too quick to judge. I'll be on the you lot too. I'll be on that.
And now listen to what you've heard these men say around Conor Bell. Exact same bars.
You lot too quick to judge. Hold on.
But he's saying, gonna see when you lot see this, you're all gonna regret it. When you see there's gonna be pie on your face. That's exactly what everyone who is Team Conor Bell has been saying. So now what I'm saying is we have to wait for 90 minutes. For the 90 minutes to play.
No.
We gotta find out what the away goals are saying for the team that's playing now, and then we're gonna see if we're through. We're gonna see if we're through.
Do you know what's jokes about the situation? We have to pretend that people, because some people are scatty, you know. Some people say, "Hey, don't worry about it, everything's cool." And they'll take that as word is bond, fam. You see how I said you got to pull up to my house with the information, yeah? Some people don't want information, you know? Hey, see, some people on this one, hey, look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do it. I didn't do it. Cool. What?
Man said he didn't do it. Why? How'd you know? Sources. Trust me, bro.
bro, Thingy said Eddie Hearn dropped the first one. He said, I looked him in the eye. That guy didn't do it. If looking in the eye, yeah, bro, I don't know who made that up. I don't know who made that up.
The fact is, you remember those old school games when technology weren't so snappy like that, where there was two semi-finals playing at the same time, and you know what I mean, or whatever the playoff situation was, and man is trying to find out what the results are over there, see if they got through. Bro, that's where we are now. The game is getting to the 90th minute, and man are looking around anxiously at the coach. Are we good? They're like, no, they're doing penalties over that side. We're waiting to see. Bro, that's where we are, fam.
All right, listen, I can't wait. See, when this comes to an end, yeah, I don't want to. Now, this one, it needs to be loud. The ending of this has to be loud. I don't know. And I don't want to, well, we didn't get our just rewards. They didn't listen to the evidence that we shown. I don't want to hear that. I want to be cleared under it has to be at one of those Canelo clearings. It has to be loud as well. I need to see that. That's all I need to see. Then I'll say, you know what? I was wrong. I was one of the people that really doubted my man. You don't have to forgive me. It is what it is. But this is the information I'm presenting with. This is how it's looking. Let's see. And I hope I hope that this guy's innocent. I don't, but I listen, I'm not holding my breath.
And then we get it, Ben Eubank free in a stadium.
I am not holding my breath. Nah, man, I'm not holding my breath. And I want Eubank to win that. Simple as that. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I didn't even get to talk about Crawford and them man there. Yeah.
The gloves, bro. The glove gate on the Crawford situation is.
Did you see that? I was gonna bring it up. Did you see the gloves?
Gloves were busted up. There was holes, tingles coming loose.
Is that real? Because I thought man getting mad.
Brother, Everlast put out a statement. Everlast have come out and they've taken responsibility on that situation because there's no way that could have just gone quietly. Bro, I saw man's hand on the ropes. I was like, no, that looks insane. Let me try and get the statement right now. This is definitely the year of statements, boy, because man are ending this thing with written up, typed up PR things. All right, let me just see this quick. Here we go. I got it.
Wait, on a road though, how can Everlast not last though?
No, because they're not everlasting, boy. We take safety and performance seriously. As the leader in professional boxing equipment, it's ever important that we ensure the necessary steps are in place to review our product development process and the integrity of our gloves. This process includes close scrutiny of all materials used and construction methods employed in the production of our professional competition gloves. During the development cycle of the custom fight gloves used in Crawford versus Avanesian, a batch of defective leather was used in production, resulting in malfunction during the competition. In such cases, Everlast follows proper protocol by providing backup competition pairs to be replaced pending a decision by the sanctioning body overseeing the fight. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for competition. No foul play was at hand, nor was there any tampering of the product on behalf of Terence Crawford and his camp. In addition to the steps we're taking now, Everlast has long had rigorous quality control procedures in place for all of our equipment, including gloves. We use only premium grade materials and tested construction methods which meet or exceed all standards set by regulatory bodies. As part of this process, yada, 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 yada. Furthermore, Everlast understands that athletes should not be held responsible for defective gear. That's why we offer an unconditional guarantee on all products sold through our online store or an authorized dealer. Yada, 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 yada. At Everlast, we take pride in there's no more specific information. But
so are you happy with that statement and everything's true in it?
It's one of those things where you just say, okay, well, they've clearly taken out the responsibility from Terence Crawford. And you got to be real, like, no brand steps forward to say that, like, because glove tampering can take place. But man is saying, you know what, we actually had more situations like this. We're going to have to step forward and say it. So, you know, it's one of those situations. Like, man have had glove gates before, and the brand ain't come forward and step forward to say a word. They just let you go. It's like, right, why's the fun popped off? Why's the fun popped off, my guy? That's not happened with anybody else's version of their thing. But your glove is free.
What's the referee doing in that fight? Because shouldn't he look at that and say, "Yo, don't the ref"?
I think they said they might have reviewed it at one point. I don't know if that happened during the fight. I didn't watch the fight all the way through. I've seen the highlights. So
it's a bit. Listen, don't get me wrong. I don't think Crawford's been knocking out guys for time, innit? So I don't think
he was beating Avanesian come hell or high water. Let's not have it right.
Avanesian looked good in there though. Avanesian looked really good in there.
Yeah, he had some moments. He had some moments for sure.
He looked good. I think his what you call it went up for me. His his stock has gone up for me. I think he looks like he can fight I think he can fight at world level. Why? Because Crawford's he's the best of the era, right? They're saying if he's the best of them and he was hanging, so you say to yourself, well, he don't need to drop down. Someone said that they see him as more European level. I see it just a little bit differently. I think I'd like to see him go in there again with another decent name. You know what I mean? Like another decent name to say, because I think he's got what it takes again. It's a shame that for Connor's comeback, if that does come back, I think he should see Avanesian as well. And we don't need to do these pretend fights with
I still think Connor beats Avanesian.
I don't know,
I don't know,
and then now it won't be what have you done? Nah, man. I fought one of the greats. I've tested myself. Yeah, I didn't do what I need to do, but I've challenged myself more than my record now looks stronger in terms of my resume.
The record's all right. You know what I mean? Crawford is the name that does it, but he still got knocked out. So it's not like I'm gonna go crazy on that thing. I still believe style wise, I think the Conor Benn style would beat his. But again, I just want to see it. Like that'll be a nice fight to see. Josh Kelly's back in the mix. He's not at 147 though, but Josh Kelly come back. I'd like to see Conor Benn and Josh Kelly if that could be made. That would be a very intriguing matchup because that was where they were on a crash course to each other. And then Avenisian.
Do you want to see all these fights, no matter what happens in the cheating allegation?
Well, if it does come out that he's cheated and he has to do a ban and come back, I want to see these fights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna allow. I'm also not gonna allow anybody to pretend like you care about drug cheating whilst we have Tyson Fury here flourishing, and not be thrown in his face. So I'm just saying, if he has to go through that, and I say cool, then you have to go through the punishment and get what you deserve. But when you do come back, let's not all try to pretend like we really care about this thing. I'm not going to allow that.
Yeah, because Tete is just living his calm life, bro.
Milani Tete is cool. And these man, this is why and listen, boxing media, and it's funny because I don't know if people consider us to be boxing media and journalists and them things there, but
they better not.
They better not. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think that we're energy folding characters, go and look in our archive, bro. Like, we're not those guys. So when you see these men in there, and R, and they're scared to ask a question left or right, and you're just like, yo, bro, how come no one asked him about that? Yeah, no, you got all the excuses to why you didn't ask him. But let it be the other side, and every man's lined up to say their thing. Dev Sonny's there, front and center. Yeah, nah, it's looking really embarrassing.
You and Dev.
Gareth A. Davis. Gareth A. Davis. But I think it's really disgusting. What we're seeing. Like, bro, you men are all dickheads in this thing when it comes to that. That's what makes you dickheads. Not the fact that you speak one, but the fact that it's not both ways. So that's why I'm so against the narrative of impartiality. None of you are impartial. Not a single one. Keep that same energy,
does Dev have to be impartial?
I don't care about Dev. Dev, I like the back and forth with Dev. Yeah, I mean, there's something in the fact that I just like bantering, man. Like, I don't hold him to that because he's literally a part of the team. You know what I mean? I ain't holding Frank Smith to impartiality or to give me the latest update on AJ and Fury. Nah,
but then you got to hold do you bath? Do you take regular showers?
Do you take regular showers? It's like, bro, but what I'm saying is, it's quite clear when the media throw the questions at certain man a certain way, and when it's the other way, there's mad vim in their tone. And I'm just like, this thing is looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no one to ever think that I'm out here trying to cape and beg and be part of nobody's clique, because I ain't. Hear that and know that. I came here with my dog. I'm leaving with my dog. I never come to sign no one's thing and join nobody's crew. So I'm saying what I think straight like that.
You know what? I think we should end on that. I think there's no point getting anywhere further. You think you've reached where we need to reach. Listen, people, I hope you've enjoyed this audio journey. I'm your boy KG. That's my guy Travis. There you go. Just that. Peace. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.